Good morning and welcome to a rainy 20th Corbett. I'm on the Isle of Mull. Rain's setting for the next 2 or 3 days, so I've no choice but to walk in the rain, I'm afraid. Today I'll be walking up Doon Derria, which is the Fort of the Two Winds. So I've parked on the roadside about a mile out of Ghaoithe, and I'm going to follow this I think it's a service road going up to some beacons on the hillside. So I'm going to follow this for a while, and then eventually I'll be on a grass shoulder. So I'm following this road, which is tarmac at the minute. The map shows it going over up to some beacons quite way up the hill, and I can see just coming out the mist some beacons on that shoulder. So I guess I'll be on some sort of track at least that far. And this is the second highest point on Mull. Now, if you remember, 3 years ago I suppose now, we climbed the Monroe on Mull, which was Ben Moore. Absolutely beautiful. What a cracking place to live. There we go, there's the masts. The top's going to be way up in the cloud. So that's the first mast, 420 metres I believe. We've got another mast ahead at 550 metres, so we're still following this track. So we're at 550 metres, blowing a hoolie. So we're going to follow this grassy bank now. Yeah, we're definitely on track. Small lockens are shown on the map. Basically we're just following this grassy ridge. At the minute it's not overly steep, but I would imagine it's going to go at some point. It's got to do. Yeah, the path does steepen up. Nothing dramatic. I think the steepest bit was the Land Rover track at the beginning. Very windy. It's been blown off my feet. This has become quite a challenging and exciting walk. Need to be careful with these steep sides with this wind. So this is not the top, 757 metres, so I need to keep going. Yeah, we're just dropping down a bit to a little Belak before I start climbing up to the true top. It's not so far. So here we are, Doon Derria. Wow, trying to keep on my feet. Retrace our steps down this mountain. That was quite a scree climb. That was big. We're back in this Belak. Heading back to the other little summit. I have to say, Stan's got the right idea, getting out of the wind. Absolutely wild here. So there's the other tree point. Let's get a bit of shelter behind this big cairn. Yeah, it's always good to see landmarks when you're walking in mist. So back at the Lockens, won't be long before I'm back on the that Land Rover track. And there we are, back at the mast. Wow, look at that! We're just dropping out the cloud. We can actually see a bit of the coastline. I think Ghaoithe's down there, hidden. There's the first mast that we're at this morning. So, almost back down. Been very wet, extremely windy at the top.